Hi guys, from Girl Street Garage, and today's the National Redline Day Challenge by Diecast Outkast, and the car is the King Kuda, kind of sponsored by William F. Robinson, Mr. K7 himself, and his daughter Kylie, Miss K7. This car was donated to me by my brother-in-law Brian and my little nephew Charlie, who also does the builds with me when we're not in this lockdown. So let's get this one looking like new again, shall we? And it's time to get this puppy apart, I think. Here we go. As we'll see, two little tiny rivet posts, and they're the outies. They haven't got the dimple on these, so I'm just going to have to centre punch these so I can get the drill in there and keep it nice and central. Otherwise it wanders everywhere and makes a mess, doesn't it? This is a 2mm drill, this one. I'm not going to be screwing this one, I'm going to be fixing it differently. I've screwed it out, I've drilled it out with the little drill. Now I'm just taking the top of the flanges off with the larger drill. But I'm not going too mad at this one because I do not wish to damage the base plate on this whatsoever. Gently pop it apart, give it a little rock, and there we go, all nicely apart. This is the first time I've seen inside a Redline, so I was on a good old look. I was quite surprised at how the glass actually clips onto the interior. So that's a nice thing. The little lugs. So time to get this engine out now. Once again, this is done the same as the rivet post. I'll just pop them bits to one side. So we'll take off some of the flange. I didn't want to drill too crazily whatsoever. So I'm being very cautious there. Not because my hand's behind it, because there's an engine there. It's because the piece of metal that the engine's sitting on is extremely thin. So I'm just going to use the spring punch just to push the engine out now. It's come out nicely. So that can go to one side for cleaning as well with the other parts. Now to get the paint off, in comes the shitty strip. And in goes the car. Normally this takes about 15 to 30 minutes. I can't remember how long this was in for. I think it was in for a little bit longer actually, to be honest. Pardon me. Just making sure as the roof's all covered over. Quite happy with that now. Keep getting it on the bloody corner of that lid. So once that's getting rid of the paint, just gonna pop these axles out. Just so I can clean that base up because it's in atrocious dirt condition. They come out nice and easy. I was pleased with that. And now just the wire brush on the rotor tool cleans up really well. I'm not going for a mirror polished finish on the base. I'm just going for a clean look. So it's a restoration, not a resto mod, so I don't want to draw the attention away from the originality of it, should I say. So just taking my time and just making it all nice and clean. It doesn't take long, a little bit longer than usual, but you know what, I don't mind that bit. A few minutes down the line and it's all done. Time to check and see if the paint's off it. It looks like it's done its job. Just checking, make sure, because there's deck holes on it. And yeah, seems to be off there nicely. Just check that decal. Yeah, that's all gone as well. Cool. Off for a nice hot soapy wash. And dry the mother-in-law's toothbrush off and put it out the way again. I was really pleased of how much this paint came off. 99% of it came off. The only bits that were really left were on the inside. So just using a copper wire brush here, a little bit more gentle. And because obviously I'm going spectra colour, so it needs polishing. So this is just the first round, and what I'm using here is a nylon brush, just so that it gets into all the nooks and crannies around the engine bay. Does a nice job of polishing the bodywork up as well. Massive, great big deep scratch. Well, it wasn't massive, it was very deep. It was only short, but it would have shown up a lot. So a few rounds of the sanding sponge and a little bit of emery paper and a bit more sponging and then a bit more polishing. And in the end I was happy with it. I thought, yeah, that's quite nice, that is. It polished up absolutely beautiful considering the age of this car. I certainly think that the metal was the mix was a lot better in them days. Time for a quick unboxing. This package has been in the post for a few weeks now, come all the way from America, and William Fred Robinson, as we all know, is Mr. K7, and his daughter Little Miss K7, Kylie. They've very kindly purchased the parts and had them sent directly to me from Redline, and it's only thanks to their sponsorship as I've actually been able to do this restoration. Cool. So thank you very much to you both, and I hope you like the end result. Oh my god! Oh my god. So that is the glass for the beach bomb. That is the glass for the King Kuda. And that's the wheels for the Kuda, and that's the wheels for the beach bomb. Also, for doing the suspension, the axle tool, And in here we have something that we can't get over here in England. Look at that, Spectra Flame. And the red. And a green for the beach bomb. Wow. This King Kuda is polished and awaiting some blue. So now that we have the real deal, we can have a proper Redline restoration without using Tamiya acrylics. Excellent. Thank you, William. Thank you, sir. So, into the spray booth we go. My first time with this Spectra colour paint, so I've been advised to go lightly with it. Thank you to Brian, Diecast-Outcast, for the heads up on this one. He said, use it lightly, do not go too heavy, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to build it up several coats, and we'll take it from there. See what it's like. But what I will say, if any of you have not used this Spectra colour paint, it's lovely stuff to use. If I could get urethane paint over here cheap enough, I would go straight over to urethane. I wouldn't worry with anything else. Absolutely loved it. This paint goes on beautifully. I think I ended up giving it 4 coats, maybe 5. I can't remember now. I think I missed one coat out actually on the video, but I absolutely loved it, and it came out with a beautiful shine as well. First time I've ever done this, so just hope I was getting it right, which luckily, yeah, I managed to. I didn't damage the bearings, put that way. So it might have taken two goes with the cutters, but we got there. I was a little bit nervous, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I was just advised best thing to get them off is just cut them off. So that's what I've done, and I'm glad really, because the wheels were in really scratched condition, and the red line that was on the actual tyres wasn't even circular, it was more of an oval shape. I know it's original, but I'm so glad that I've put new wheels on this, really am. I don't know why I was worrying about doing this. I mean, it's all new to me, admittedly, but it, looking back on it now, it's so easy to do. So easy to do. And luckily I think there was only one of the axles themselves that was actually bent out of shape. So onto the nice new screen. What I did notice was a couple of things. One was it was the wrong colour. The original one is blue, and this one was clear. So I've seen Bob Willis over on the Corgi Restorations, Corgi Bob, and he's been using the floor polish with printer ink, but I'm just going to use some India ink, and just going to put some inside the pledge, and I'm going to dunk the actual screen in there to get a bit of colour. So I'm doing this on a Batman car, so that's how I got the idea of it. Just got to get it out and then get the excess off the corners. So it all builds up, as we all know. Well, let's come out blue tint. I was really happy with that. And that can be drawn off. Now, what I had noticed was that the screen is actually twisted. It's actually bent. It's not it's not a perfect screen, which I was disappointed with because it's brand new. But it's okay. Now for the rebuild. There's the interior. I've given that a quick clean up, and it came out really nice. The interior did. One engine, which has been cleaned up. Just a little dab of CA glue. Doesn't take a lot. If you remember it coming out, the rivet's quite tight on this, so it pretty much pops in there anyway, but the glue just stabilises it, just to make sure it isn't going to fall out at any time. It literally clicked in place, it did. I'm happy that's nice and tight in there. What I ended up doing, I ended up putting the old screen back in. I compared the two, and the new screen was so bent, and there's a great big gap, and I thought I just couldn't leave it in there. I couldn't leave it in there, so I've gone back to the original, but it's been cleaned up. On goes the chassis. Once again, that's clipped in place. But I'm still going to fix it anyway. Just going to use a cocktail stick, put a little bit of CA in each hole. And I'm using pop rivets. Little tiny pop rivets just to go in there, just to hold it all together instead of screws. Reason being is because I think they look more original. They look more like the rounded off body posts than what screws do. I was really happy how this came out. They actually look like the old rivet posts there, don't they? So the only thing left to do now is the decals. These once again are homemade decals. Just print on the normal home printer. Fiddly, but well worth it. The other end got snipped off with the pair of scissors, but I missed that bit out. Once that's nicely in place, just leaves the two door numbers. I've replicated the numbers that run it to start with. It had number 4s on, so I thought, I'll go with number 4s again then. Once again, these are the home decals, but then what I've done is I've actually cut them out with a hole punch. Loving this car. I was saying to Brian Diecast Outkast, it was strange because this is my first Redline I've ever done, and I don't know why, but when I turned it over from putting it together and I saw it and I put it down to put the decals on, my hands started shaking. God knows why. It was like, what on earth's going on here? As if I was terrified of touching it. Quick recap of how it started off. All scratched and faded and very well play worn, but still in quite good condition for its age. It's only 5 years younger than me, so it's doing bloody well. And here we go, guys. Hope you like it. I absolutely love this. So I'm no longer a Redline virgin. I've popped my cherry to a King Kuda, and a very nice looking King Kuda it is. So thank you to Diecast Outkast. Thanks, Brian, for hosting this Redline Day, the National Redline Challenge. It's been an absolute fantastic blast, and I look forward to the next one. Guys, don't forget to look out for all the other builders. I'm going to leave a description, a list in the description below of everybody. There's quite a lot of builders that are actually doing these, and please click on them. Please like the work, and subscribe if you haven't. I'd like to say a massive great big thank you to all my subscribers, as always. A great big thank you to my brother-in-law Brian as well, and my little nephew Charlie for actually giving me this casting, and then to William and Kylie Robinson for kindly donating the parts. Thank you very much, everybody. It's been an absolute fantastic restoration to do, and there may be another Redline on the turntable soon. So take care, everybody. Stay away from this horrible virus that's going around. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please hit the like, give it a thumbs up, and as always, share on your social media. Catch you all soon. Bye for now.